sir.
Hi.
Sir, thank you so much for being here, and I am looking forward to having a great conversation with you, sir. Sir, please introduce yourself.
My name is Venkatesh Sunkad. From an education perspective, I did my undergrad in Bangalore, India, in electronics and communications. Did my master's and PhD in US. It was in wireless communications. It was not in data science. Spent about 20 years in US. Worked for different companies. Came back to India. I was the vice president for Vodafone in Mumbai for 3 years. Then came back to Bangalore as vice president for a company called Mobilium, and then joined at that time what was called INSOFE, which has now become uGDX Institute of Technology in 2018. So I've been with this organization for the past 4 years.
Fantastic. So you switched from industry experience to education, and also you switched from wireless communication to data science. So where do you see this industry, data science as such, and education in data science going forward, sir?
Very, very important. The next generation, especially when you're seeing now with a lot of new technology, especially the new one called ChatGPT, everybody is talking about it. There is a huge potential, and our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji also was saying they want to make India one of the 5 top AI centers in the world. So education of AI and ML is a very, very important thing, especially to our youth, because today it is being used in almost all fields, not just in technology, but in every field you see some amount of data science being used, including education.
Right. So coming to this initiative that we have offered to MSDE and NSTIW, when the program reached you, sir, to lead this, how did you feel?
So I have done not exactly the same program, but obviously from an INSOFE perspective, we do a lot of corporate training. So I thought this is going to be another sort of a corporate training kind of a thing. But when we had an opportunity to talk to the secretary, when we had an opportunity internally, I find out that this was slightly different. From a perspective is, the students are going to be a lot more, sort of going to be teachers, which is a very, very intense. So basically train the trainers kind of a thing. So we actually did quite a bit of work, and I should thank you and everybody else from a background perspective to do a lot of work in order to do it. And we presented it to the government, and we got very positive feedback from the government in terms of encouragement. And so we took it that way, and we started doing the program.
So this being a 7-day program, sir, and it is more or less like an awareness program. So where do you see future of this for these students?
So there are 2 ways we can do any program, one horizontal, one vertical. What do I mean by that? Vertical means to say from the same location, maybe we may do from a 7-day to a 30-day program. Horizontal is basically to take it to other institutes. As the regional director, everybody has mentioned it many times. We can also do it as now. Initially, we said the government we will do it one in Bangalore. The second one we're trying to do it in Hyderabad. So probably I think the first thing is maybe we should take it to other institutes, sort of spread it, see what works, and then maybe go on basically a longer program.
Fantastic. So now that it has concluded, and looking forward to many such programs with MSD and NSTIs, what are your final words for, again, the young generation, the future teachers?
2 things. First of all, teaching is art and science. What do I mean by that? You need to have the knowledge, but more importantly, you need to deliver it correctly. So teaching is both art and science. So that's the reason why when we did this program, we did the science part of it, which is the data science part of it, the art part of it, which is the soft skills part of it. So combination of it, which makes a good teacher. I would say every individual in this country, every citizen should sort of have one way or the other knowledge of data science, because whether we like it or not, we are using it every day. So that is something it's going to be very important in the upcoming future, and having that knowledge, especially to our youth, is a very critical thing.